So I'm the type of person who loves to set goals. I'm very goal-oriented and it really excites me to start a new goal and plan my whole life around it. But the hardest thing for me to do is to follow through with it and actually achieve it. I learned different strategies that actually made a huge difference in achieving my goals and do what I said I would do when I said I would do it. And one of these goals was starting a travel blog, growing that, starting a social media management company, getting to work from anywhere, and then meeting my future husband and moving in with him to Japan, which in turn led to getting married and then moving here to Germany. So I can definitely say setting these goals and actually achieving it is really life-changing. In a different timeline, I could be somewhere else right now. I could be single and in Guam. I could still be living in States, doing whatever type of thing, not doing a blog. I don't think it could have been bad, but it would have been a very different life. So grab a notebook because you're gonna want to write down these tips. And make sure to stick to the end because I have an exciting new download that I think you're gonna really like. Hi everyone, I'm Jojo and I help women live their most authentic lives by teaching them how to blog and grow it. I mostly share blogging tips, but I also share tips for busy women who are really proactive about living their best life. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a video. So let's get started. Number 1, work in 90-day or 3-month increments. So you have one big goal that will take 1 year to accomplish. So break that down into 3-month increments or 3-month milestones is what I like to call it, where you basically work towards your goal in these increments because sometimes your goal is going to call for different phases. Like a planning phase, a creating phase, and a launching phase. Each type of phase is going to call for a different type of mindset. So break down your big goals into milestones or phases that are 3 months long. It's not too short where you feel like you're pressed for time, and it's not too long where it feels drawn out where you lose the motivation. Number 2 is an extension of number 1. Break down your goals into small steps and break down those steps into even smaller steps. So for me, my rule is that if I can't accomplish one step in 90 minutes or less, it's too big. And the reason for this is because number 3, work towards your goal every day for 90 minutes. So in my experience, I'm much more likely to accomplish my goal if I work on it every day for a little bit in 90 minutes a day, as opposed to doing 1 week's worth of work all in one day. So not only am I able to work at a leisurely pace and not get stressed because I have peace of mind knowing that I'm getting stuff done and accomplished a little bit each day, it's also a great way to build on good habits. Like for example, if you want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months, you're much more likely to lose weight if you exercise a little bit each day as opposed to doing 10 hours of exercise in 1 day for each week. It's not realistic, right? And it's not sustainable and it doesn't build good habits. And just like how your body needs a break, your mind needs a break too. Number 4, plan backwards. Now, this sounds weird because we don't usually work backwards. We're always moving forward, right? So when I say plan backwards, I mean, what do you need to accomplish right before achieving this big goal? And then what do I need to accomplish before that? And then keep asking yourself that question until you reach step 1. For example, if you want to lose 10 pounds and you're working backwards, what do you need to do before losing 10 pounds? You lose 9 pounds. And what do you need to do before losing 9 pounds? You lose 8 pounds. So you see how there's like an increment of working backwards and you realize each step is losing 1 pound before you reach to the next one. So as opposed to starting from the beginning and planning forward, hopefully thinking that you will inevitably make it to the finish line, why not plan from the finish line first and then move backwards? That way your plan is guaranteed to reach completion. You'll also find that you'll get rid of tasks that were unnecessary to begin with because you're only looking at what you actually need to move to the next step. Number 5, you don't just do it, you have to be it. So some people wait before they reach their goal before they can feel a certain kind of way. For example, if your goal is to be an influencer making a full-time income, how would that feel? Maybe you'd feel alive, fully expressed, and happy. So channel that energy of being alive, fully expressed, and happy into your work because that energy is going to affect the outcome of your work. It's the same as changing your posture to feel confident, where you hold your shoulders back, bring your chest out, and bring your chin up. It's gonna make you feel confident even when you don't feel like it. It's almost like fake it till you make it, except you're not really faking it. You're really just experiencing how you would feel like in the future and putting that into the present. Because if you're thinking like, no, I can't be happy and fully self-expressed until I reach my goal of being an influencer who works full-time, the energy of being desperate is gonna show up in the work that you create. And you don't want your work to come out that way. So don't just work towards your goal like you're working off a task list and checking off each thing down the line. So experience yourself as having already achieved your goal, and all you have to do is just be in action about it. It's gonna change who you are and your way of being and the outcome of your work to make it appear like you are already there and people will believe it. Number 6, embrace the process. So take setbacks into account because they are going to happen, especially after once you've scheduled them into your planner. Part of the process of achieving your goals is managing the setbacks, trying to find time, making excuses, procrastinating, and dealing with unforeseen obstacles. So don't look at the process of achieving your goal like this is where you are right now, this is where your goal is, and it's just a straight line from here to there. Really, the process looks like this. So it's okay if you find yourself not moving towards your goal in the last few days or the last few weeks. Just take a step back, do a deep dive of why you didn't do what you said you would do when you said you would do it. Not make yourself feel bad, that's just what happened. Be generous and be kind to yourself and move on to the next step. Reconnect why you wanted to achieve your goal in the first place. And move on and trust that you will reach your goal. And don't make yourself feel bad. Just embrace the process. And number 7, if you have multiple goals, use a goal planner. So if you're the type of person looking for balance in your life, sort goals into each area of your life. And I recommend choosing one goal per area of life just to keep things and manageable. And my number 1 rule with goal planning is if I don't write it down, it's never going to happen. So write down your goals somewhere and schedule your daily 90-minute tasks into your planner. And if you'd like to use a goal planner, it's basically a regular planner with specific layouts meant to plan and organize your goals. Like this layout, for example, is meant to organize your goals into each area of life. Like your personal life, your career, your relationships, your goals for your home, for your health, for your finances, for your spirituality and religion, some new skills that you want to learn, and anything else. And then you have this goal planner layout where you focus on one goal, write down a few details like a start date and an end date, why it's important to you, and a little reward to look forward to after you complete it. And then a template to break down your goal into milestones, and then milestones to smaller steps. So if you're interested in having layouts like this, it's actually free for you to download as a digital planner in my blog. You can click the link below to download it or head to travelingpetitgirl.com/UDP. UDP is short for Undated Digital Planner. Number 8. Assign someone to be your accountability buddy. So no matter how great we are at being accountable for ourselves, it's really important to have someone be accountable for you. Like an accountability buddy. It's so powerful just to have someone check in on you and ask how your progress is going. This is what I do for my students of the Bold Blogger Academy. So every 2 weeks, we have coaching calls where I ask them what they want to get accomplished in the next 2 weeks. And then in our next call, I'll ask them how that progress was and how it went. And I make sure I write these down so I remember and ask them in our Facebook group, like, did you get it done? Did you do it? How's the progress going on that? So one of my students was scared of sharing her blog to people in her personal life, but she knew she wanted to do it. So I asked her when she was gonna do that. She told me when, and I checked in on her. Next thing I know, 2 weeks later, she told me she got hired for a new job where she got to work remotely just because someone saw her blog based on that personal post she did on sharing her new blog. So it's really powerful when you have someone being accountable for you, especially when you're too busy working on your goals. Like, I know you're up to a lot of things. It's hard, so get an accountability buddy. So that's it. Those are my 8 goal setting tips that have changed my life, and I hope they change yours. So if you're curious about my free digital planner and you want to have a quick tour of it before you download it, you can go ahead and go to my Instagram at travelingpetitgirl. Look for this image right here just to get like a 1-minute tour of what's inside. Or you can head straight to travelingpetitgirl.com/UDP, sign up and download it from there. I'll be sending it to you via email. So thank you so much for watching and thank you for being here. I'm Jojo and I help women live their most authentic lives by teaching them how to blog and grow it. Please like this video if it was helpful for you and subscribe to my channel. And let me know what your tips for goal setting are in the comments below. I'll talk to you soon. Bye!